Welcome to another edition of the Southern Comfort Podcast. I'm your boy, Big Rich.
Kevin Harris.
Stu
And we
Cornelius.
pull back the curtain for Stu.
Yes, producer Stu back in the
Hi guys,
building.
I'm back.
Back, y'all. I know y'all been like, who is this Stu he keeps referring to? Well, Papa
Yeah, I'm
Stu.
I won't say voice of God. I'm just the magical Negro behind the keyboard.
He's the Wiz and he lives in
There you go.
Oz.
There you go. See, this is why I love this show, because this is my good hour of very black commentary. So I appreciate it. Because, this is what the Democrats need to do, is like make this like common speak, as opposed to using all these terms and jargon, whatever and whatever. So appreciate you guys. And there's definitely a space for this type of content. So I love it.
Yes, and welcome back. Your season 2 well, not your debut because you was on season 1, but season 2 debut. But Stu is a part of every single show.
Yes.
So it's really 3 of us every show. It's just usually me and Rich running our mouth.
Like in those war movies when they pull the cook out the kitchen and hand him a rifle and say, do your work.
Right.
Mhm. What was that? Pearl Harbor? Cuba Gooding Jr.?
Pearl Harbor. Listen, Under Siege, right?
Under Siege.
He was the
classic.
Cook. He was
classic
the cook,
movie.
right?
I saw that in the movie theater in Brooklyn, New York, when it came out with my mom at King's Plaza in Brooklyn, New York. Yep. Classic. Too bad he's a terrible person.
Terrible person. Horrible.
Steven Seagal, a terrible person.
Hey, it's like one of those bad actor, but you got to watch his movies, right? Like,
yeah. I got him verified on Twitter. That's another deep cut for you on that.
Wow.
Conversation for another day.
So, but we're back. We got a full show today. We're going to mix it up because Stu's here. We got to talk about some March Madness. We're gonna talk about centers, both in cinematography and on Capitol Hill. We'll round things out with sort of all things Georgia and again, this is free game. We like to give you free game, no consulting fees, right? We just give it to you raw and uncut. We are the boys of the Southern Comfort Podcast, Maroon Bison, and this is especially today because Stu, I don't know if y'all can see under that Just Do It check, but he is repping the all-powerful Morehouse
I think
College.
I wore this the last time I was on.
Probably.
Nice.
I got some smuts on it because I put my kid down before I jumped on the pod. But, I'm used to not looking 100%. When you have a kid, you just don't care, honestly. It's like, whatever, bro. Like, y'all ain't checking for me. It is what it is.
So, shout out, of course, to our HBCUs. We are proud alumni. And for the first time in 32 years, March Madness has 3 historically black colleges in the tournament. Representing the SWAC, the MEAC, and the OVC.
Whatever OVC is.
It has to be Ohio Valley, right?
That has to be. I can't think of anything else. I mean, hold on. I got my laptop right here. Let's see what
I think because other colleges, we got Howard and Tennessee State representing. Tennessee is the SWAC, Howard's the MEAC, and Prairie View A&M, right? So, I can only think that's Ohio.
Is that, I thought Prairie View would have been SWAC or something. Yeah, I thought Prairie View would have been in SWAC.
The way they divvy up stuff nowadays, right?
Like who knows?
None of it makes sense. Yeah. Isn't USC in the Big Ten now? Something like that?
It's all about
I don't know.
The mighty dollar. That's all they care about.
Ohio Valley Conference. You're right.
Yeah. Which,
sure. I guess.
We made it.
We made it.
We made it.
We not haters. We not haters. We ain't gonna hate. Y'all got it. Congrats to y'all, man.
But yeah, man, 32-year drought, showing love to the black colleges, and these programs are winning. They're winning in 2006. And I saw, Kevin, what game was that we were watching the other day where they were just getting murdered? A black school. Was it Tennessee State? It was Tennessee State.
That was the most recent one. Howard didn't lose that bad. They lost by like
I think it
20,
was like
but I
20.
think but
Yeah.
Tennessee State, it was like 36-9 at one point or
But
something. But
the thing about Tennessee State that I like, their coach,
mhm,
black coach, but he played at Duke
yeah,
or
I
North
think so.
Carolina. He played
Duke.
at Duke. Yeah, yeah. Which and it's, for folks who don't know, college sports is about a couple of things. It is about the talent, but you get the talent there based on your coach and recruiting.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this, their coach and Howard's coach as well has done a great job of, and I saw it in his press conference. He talked about creating culture,
Mhm.
right? And if it's one thing you're gonna get at HBCU, it's culture.
Yeah.
And so I'm happy
A
to
lot of
see.
it.
I'm happy to see how we are starting to recruit players, getting to come and realizing beyond the education, right? Like you want to go to the league. Every black athlete wants to go to the league, right? Every kid wants to go to the league, but some reality has to set in. It's about the education first. You are a student athlete.
I don't think they care about that, but I think it's interesting. It is interesting to see that kind of shift. Like, and I was gonna ask this question to you guys. Like, when do you think it shifted? Like, I think there was like a piece with like the Doug Williams and the football side. Um, and I guess in pre-production we had a conversation about like it's probably easier, take that term loosely, to be from HBCU and go to the NFL than it probably is for basketball. But
Mhm.
when do you think that trend started, like where people started to give the HBCUs like a real shot for basketball, like or to decide to go there?
I think it's the last 6 years.
Has to be
I
right. Like it's
Yeah.
fairly recent.
I think it's definitely recent for basketball, but I would say like when did it start?
Yeah,
Whether it
Shador
was
and them.
football or basketball,
Hmm.
I think it started when the kids start taking their talent to HBCUs,
Yeah.
and we have this notion in our community, unfortunately, where we'd rather go to a University of Alabama or the University of Georgia and ride the bench
Hmm.
than go to a HBCU where they're going to nurture your full talent, not just what you can contribute athletically, but also your full development, right? As academically, making sure that you also get to grow and develop, and making sure that on the court or on the field, and making sure that you have the opportunity to be seen, right? And so you're not just seeing, us just HBCU programs get more visibility. You're seeing the players get more visibility and become more prominent in that pipeline, where some of them do make it to the league. But I just think that we have to get away from this notion that I'm just going to not even consider an HBCU
Hmm.
an HBCU can do the same thing any other college or university can do. So to me, it's always been crazy. But I did,
Rich just made a face.
I
Well, I mean, I
did,
think we got the internet now,
but I
so
did,
I
Well,
mean,
so
but I did just look this up though. Tennessee's coach and Howard's coach, they both went to Duke.
both went to
wow.
Duke.
Both
Okay,
went to Duke. Yeah.
So I think for basketball, the shift
Coach
happened.
K.
I want to credit Chris Paul, right? I
Hmm.
think Chris
Okay,
Paul was very instrumental in pushing and forcing the hand
wearing
to
the yeah.
HBCU stuff, but
Hmm.
actually, he was the president of the Players Association,
Play associate. Yeah.
and a lot of his conversation, it was always promoting and pushing recruiting HBCUs,
Hmm.
putting the HBCUs on the All-Star game stage, right?
Hmm.
Like having an
Hmm.
invitational. But not only that,
CIAA. Yeah.
right? Actually, on air talent, right? Ensuring
Hmm.
that we
Oh,
had, yep, yep,
I
we
remember
had
that.
kids from HBCUs being analysts and
That
sports
were mass comms,
broadcasters. Yep.
journalism majors. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. I remember that. That was a big push. Yeah, that was
Hmm.
cool. I
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
that. That's a
yeah.
good point.
And
And so I credit Chris Paul for that. And to a degree, even LeBron. I think, Chris
Hmm.
Paul was aware that he forced LeBron hand to be a star to actually push those efforts, right?
Yeah.
So you definitely get credit there. But even on the how we talk about football and versus NBA, NFL versus NBA, I think one of the things there is just you just have more players on a football team, right?
yeah,
Right. So there's
yeah.
more chances for folks to
Right.
get in. Yeah, that
So
makes
you can
sense.
elevate yourself because you also still have the practice squad,
Yep.
Yeah.
right? And you
We talked about this briefly earlier too in pre-pro, like famous basketball players from HBCUs. We left a few out.
Mm. Mm.
who we live out.
Rick Mahorn
I
Rick
didn't
Mahorn,
know
went
Rick
to Hampton.
Hampton. Rick went to Hampton.
the real
You know how
HU.
we were
Wow.
talking
Man,
about? We
shut
were
up.
talking about. See, I did that just to charge Kev up.
Yo, damn. Real HU.
Avery
Alley-oop.
I was on
Johnson
the
went to
one HU.
Southern.
Avery Johnson.
Avery Johnson, coach and
Avery
player. We
Johnson. Wow,
talked
he went to
about Big
Southern.
Oak, Lindsey Hunter, Jackson State,
Mm, mm,
Willis Reed,
mm,
Grambling State.
mm.
So we got
Wow.
2 Knicks on the board: Earl Pearl
Mhm.
and Willis Reed, HBCUs. So shout out to my favorite basketball team, the New York
New
Knicks.
York Knicks. And see how it's kind of spread out too. Like it's not, it may be like not
Just
the
like
numbers
one
we
school, yeah.
like to see, but it's still going over the years, like 70s all the
Mhm.
way up to the
But
present.
there are no current players, right? Like it's
I
more
don't think
players
so.
of the past, right? We only saw Lindsey
Yes.
Hunter and another player from
Jackson
the
State.
90s,
Yep.
right? But there's
Well,
nobody from 2000s.
I
well,
mean, Kyle O'Quinn, if you want to count him from Norfolk State.
and the other thing you got to keep in mind too, especially with the NBA, is like you're seeing a rise in international players. So it's just more competitive
That's
for
Yeah,
true. It
everybody,
yeah,
right? If
is.
it
you
That's a
is.
already
good point.
had a small pool of HBC students to
That's a good
begin
point.
with, right? So a lot of that is getting squeezed out, I think, by international players.
Yeah.
And then the point y'all made earlier about even with just the diversity, right, that HBCUs are leading like across the board. One of the things that makes me smile all the time is whenever I'm watching a basketball game. I was just watching a March Madness game too, and at the end, the reporter comes out right to interview the players, and it's Ashley Ross. And Ashley, we went to Howard together. And so I wasn't expecting to see her, but I look up, I see her like all the time doing it. And
That's
it
tight.
makes me so happy because I know her journey and her story. And I'm like, that's a Howard woman right there, that's
Mhm.
doing it. So we are present everywhere, and I hope that we have great business schools. I hope the business kids are getting on the back end of all of this too, and
Creating
using
media companies
influence,
and stuff. Yeah.
using some
Yep.
influence and some clout there. And I think another thing that helped too from the business side was the Jordan brand starting to do more with
Yeah.
with HBCUs, and even like Steph Curry has a partnership with Howard, like around golf,
Golf. Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
the more we start to see some of that, I think it shifts the promise of what an HBCU program can do for kids that are interested in athletics. And I just think it's important that like we dominate in so many other places, right? There's no reason we should leave sports to the table or feel like folks from our community, if they want to nurture their sports career, that they have to go to a PWI. You don't.
So I mean, I guess the notion of, we're bringing the seed and planting it in somebody else's garden, right? Like, should Black athletes consider HBCUs first? And if they did, would we see more flourishing of HBCUs altogether?
It
That's, I
helps.
mean, sports. I mean, sports is an economic factor across
It
the board,
helps.
right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
could you imagine, a HBCU competing in a national championship?
I mean, I think it started for a lot from the business side of it. Like, Yard Runners was started by a Howard grad, a
Mm-hmm.
Nigerian Howard grad that I know personally. Shout out to Arenze.
Hmm.
And what that's done for other schools, like we got a new field from Nike as a part of the whole
Yeah.
Yard Runners campaign. So you think about like, the people that are in the classrooms that are these business and marketing majors, they're doing their part. I think it's incumbent on, I think having nicer facilities and nicer things like that. That's part of the first step to attract that talent because they want to, come to a weight room that's functional and, people like nice
Right.
things. So it's
Right.
nice that if you can, compete on that level. And really for HBC, it don't take that much to really be like, okay, this is cool. And I'm getting this brotherhood or sisterhood. Like,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
how do
Right.
we make that happen? Because if you go to HBCU, let's say, I want to say like 85% of them probably know they're not going to the league. They just want to get a free education and compete. That's it. But what you end up getting in these HBCU environments is like the family that you choose, which I think is priceless personally. So I mean, I got people I've been friends with for 20 years since the day I stepped foot on campus. And there's something really beautiful about that.
I and we saw it. Everything is a copycat league. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, copycat
Mm-hmm.
league, just everything is copycat. We saw it work, and it's proven with Dion, right? He walked
Oh
into
yeah, I
Jackson
agree.
State and said, "I'm bringing prime
Overnight.
time with me," right?
Mhm.
And so
Mhm.
now I guess it begs the question, and I guess we touched on this last week with the Target boycott, right?
Mhm.
If we stay unified in something, right, which is
Mm-hmm.
something that we've all agreed is an issue and problem that we
So
can get
hard.
better at, right?
Mhm.
It's so hard.
But
We
if
can't even
we
order a pizza together, man.
No.
We
No.
well, I
No.
mean, you don't eat pork, so it's just
see, like this is what
This
I'm
is
trying to
right.
tell you, bro.
Then it's just like, well, let's just split it. Now the pork grease gonna get on my head. Like, come on, brother.
come on, like,
Come
let's
on,
get real.
man. Work with me, man.
Can we
Work
just
with
do
me.
cheese? Well, I'm lactose intolerant.
I don't
Man,
really,
man, come
I
on.
promise you. I promise you.
Can we
Every
just order
time.
lemon pepper and call it a day?
We can. That we can do. That we
No,
can
but then it's
absolutely
like
do.
lemon pepper wet, a regular lemon pepper. I don't really, so
Oh, that's a good point.
No,
Oh, flats,
no.
drums.
The real
uh,
question is ranch or blue cheese.
neither.
See?
I don't
Okay.
need all
You
that.
see?
Because
You
if
All
you
see?
right.
if you
See,
See?
if you did what you were supposed to
I'm
do,
gonna
you
need
don't
your
need
black
all
card
that.
back, bro.
No,
No,
look
nope.
at you,
I'm
Pastor
right.
Jamal Bryant. You,
No, if you no,
you look at you.
if you did
Do
what you
what
were
you're supposed
supposed
to
to
do.
do, you don't need all that.
Look
All
at
this
Pastor Jamal Bryant.
extra
Like
stuff. You don't need
we
all that.
we want to apology. No, let me stop. Let me stop. Let me stop.
Hey,
No,
he got a
man.
hive too now. Be careful. He got a hive too, man.
Mhm. Mhm.
The church ladies gonna come get you.
My hive was on the cross.
Mhm.
No, I listen. I think it begs to be, and this is a conversation we could really have for a full episode, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
could you imagine if not even the 5-star talent, let's just say the 3 and 4-star talent got together and decided to go to HBCUs?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like, wow, like the
Well,
impact it could have.
well, I think you know the rising tide raises all ships. Like
Mhm.
these kids are playing AAU ball and have been playing AAU ball, so the talent automatically, like out the box when they get to certain ages, is already better than it was when we were in school. I would say.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
So it's like the 3 and the 4-star recruits from when we were in school, they would have been 5 for this day, right? So like I don't know. I think that we do end up getting a lot of decent talent, but it only takes one. Like my high school in Silver Spring, Maryland, shout out to Blake High School, um, Baba Balagun,
Mhm.
incredible basketball player. They just won the state championship 4A in Maryland. He's going to University of Maryland, staying close
Mhm.
to home. You
Mhm.
know what I
Mhm.
mean? And I
Mhm.
think that like I get the other side of it too. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like I get the other side of I love that more than I love KD going to Texas. Like it's insane the amount of talent in the
mm,
DMV and Howard and Maryland, and they're not getting the. I mean, shout out to UMBC too because they
Mhm.
did their thing this year too.
Mhm. They did. Yeah.
But
Yep.
it's insane how much talent leaves that area too, to your point. Like, and I think about places like Atlanta, Georgia, where like talent in every sport and anything that's physical
Mhm.
is right here. And there's so
Mhm.
many schools. So I mean, I
Mhm.
just feel like if we start the recruiting earlier, um, on some, or not even recruiting, it's like exposing them to the brotherhood and the
Socialization.
sisterhood and yeah, where it's like, dang, like this is kind of cool. Like I don't know if how to explain it, but I want to be a part of this. I think that's a part of that process as well.
I honestly think we may start seeing that happen a little bit more, particularly because of NIL, right? I think
Oh, no
NIL
doubt.
has opened
No
the door
doubt.
for that to actually happen.
I agree. I agree. It's leveled the playing field a little bit. I mean, it's kind of like European soccer. Like whoever got the bread getting the talent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think
And
too it's changing the thinking because like Stu, you just said a lot of the kids might go to a HBCU and they know 85% of them know they're not going to the league. You can go to Duke, 85% of them ain't going to the league. So again,
Hello.
why are you holding the black
95% of them
school?
want to be coaches.
Why are we holding the black school to this
And they
different
are. They're
standard
And
saying
they
I
are.
HBCUs.
have to go,
See?
I have to go to one of those schools though?
That's
No,
what I'm saying.
90% of them ain't going either. And you ain't gonna get none
And
of
we
the
have
other
the
stuff.
internet.
Right. And you won't
We
get
gonna
any of
see
the
your
other
tape.
stuff that you're getting from the
I agree.
the HBCU,
The
experience
residual
too. So
benefit of graduating in the community, you can't get that. No, you don't see it. First of all, there's not a lot of us at those schools. If we're being real, like, and how many times have you heard someone today who's married in their early to mid 40s, and they went to a PWI and they were like, I mean, I love my school, but dang, what y'all got, that thing is special. I hear it every time I'm in mixed company.
So, folks, you heard it here first. It is the starting catalyst conversation for the Maroon Bison athletic division.
Literally how we got here.
You know, we're about to make another impact in HBCU collegiate sports, right?
yes.
So
Mhm.
we about to get it cracking. Cause little do y'all know, black athletes are about to make a comeback in baseball as well. So
Mm-hmm.
We
you know,
need to. We're gonna have to go get these fields back right. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of them are falling apart. You know, it takes a little bit more for those sports. You know, the golfs of the world. You know, tennis
Mhm.
not so much. There's courts everywhere. You got a racket. You figure it out. You can draw
Now,
a line on a wall and just go all day.
but
Yeah.
I wonder though with tennis, right? Like how much of that I don't think you can put it solely on them, but like how many tennis courts popped up in places where you normally wouldn't see them because of Venus and Serena Williams?
Oh,
Like how many
Definitely.
all
yeah.
black cities? We got all, black mayor, mostly black city
Mhm.
council. How many of them started thinking, you know what? In none of our parks
If we
have we
just put
built
some,
anything
yeah.
for the kids to play tennis, right? Only because they saw them, right?
Mhm.
So I don't think they're solely responsible for it necessarily, but like I bet you there's a correlation between them and their rise, and then a
Definitely.
lot of these
Tiger
other
too.
places being like,
Tiger
we should
too.
we should
No
build tennis
question.
courts so the black kids can play because
No question.
I don't think I had access to a tennis court. I didn't struggle to find a basketball court anywhere, right?
Man, we was
Growing
making
up, but a
crates in New
tennis
York,
court,
bro.
yeah,
Just cutting
you
out
know,
the crates and putting it on a pole, bro.
yeah, bro.
And that's the beauty of Atlanta, because in the SWATs, we had everything. We had
You got,
tennis courts.
yeah, I'm in East Atlanta right now. I passed 2 tennis courts. There's one right there by Robert McNair Middle School, and there's another right there on Memorial, the East Lake park. Got pickleball, got tennis, got all of that.
Space and
That's another
opportunity,
thing.
baby.
Yep,
Yeah.
Yeah,
yep.
yeah. I think this is a good transition talking about black excellence, right? You know, when black excellence shows up, prepared, not just talented, but prepared, we have no choice but to see
HBCU,
successful, right?
prepared.
Mhm,
To be
Prepared,
on time is to be late, right?
right?
mhm.
Prepared. And so I'm gonna make this transition talking about impact in black cinematography and black cinema, right? We just had the Oscars,
Mm.
and Sinners did what it was supposed to do. Full disclaimer right now, have yet to see the movie.
Yeah, we gonna take your
That
black
is
card.
Lis
Rich.
No,
Yeah,
yeah,
that is
first of all first
unacceptable,
of all
brother.
Take your
first
black
of
card.
all first of
You want my
all,
HBO Max? I got
it's
you, bro.
no, I have it. It's sitting in the queue. I just
You just ain't
haven't
got to
had
it.
right, like, I want
That
to
boy been
give
working.
my undivided like, when I put a movie
Absolutely.
on, sometimes I'm up here typing
Nah,
proposals or
nope.
whatnot, right? Like
Laptop in the other room, phone in the other room. You
right?
need to be focused because there's a
Mhm.
There's
lot of
also
stuff that happens in that movie.
right, there's also another issue, and this is a more personal thing. I
Mhm.
don't rock with horror movies, demonic movies, any of that, right? And so,
Vampire in Brooklyn.
uh,
You you
I
Okay,
didn't
mean,
that
I
was a
saw
comedy. Come
that was
on,
a
that
yeah,
was a
you can't
comedy,
comedy.
even
right?
do Vampire
That
in
was a
Brooklyn?
comedy.
No, but so this
Let's
actually
do the
happened.
Sermon on the Lawn. Right.
This this actually
I love
happened
that movie.
when I was able to like have my own thought and realize like, oh, I could think things through. And
Mhm.
as I got older, like more teenage years, probably actually in college is when it kind of shut down, right? Like I would just like subconsciously, I feel like there's a price to pay when you make movies like this.
Mhm.
Um,
Mm,
I was somebody was talking about Queen of the Dam
mm.
Mhm.
and how
Aaliyah, yeah.
Aaliyah died in that movie is the same way she
Mhm.
died in real life. And just
Mhm.
subconscious, it didn't sit well with me. I went and saw a movie with a chick, I think Amityville Horror with Ryan,
Amityville, New
and
York.
that night I could not sleep, and
Mm,
it just and
That's
from that
just
point
not your
on,
bag.
so
Okay.
seeing and hearing Sinners, right, and just all of that, I I sometimes I don't wanna invite that into my
Subconscious.
chi,
can
like my
Yeah.
chi, my
Yeah, I
energy,
got you.
but
let me
I wanna see it.
let
I
me
wanna
tell
see
you
it.
this. I think what's interesting to me about it, and Stu, tell me if you kind of got the same thing. The movie to me, it's about more than that. It's like
Yeah.
the vampires just kinda show up and it's like, "Oh, that's interesting to infuse that into the
Interesting
story," and
tilt.
it still
Yeah.
works, but
Yeah.
I don't it's not like this straight vampire horror movie in the same way those other
hmm
things are that you just said.
Where it kind of feels
Yeah.
senseless. I think it has
Yeah.
its unique purpose, but also technically the main character is the son of a preacher.
Right.
And it does have a biblical context to it about straying too far away from
Right.
Mhm.
godliness or
Right.
holiness. So I
That's really
think
what it's about. Yeah.
right.
Mhm.
Everything else ensues from there, but that is like the thing you take away from it is that piece. So
Mhm.
I think it's told in a really masterful way,
Masterful. Yeah.
where it's horror, but it's not like gratuitous horror to where you're like, I don't understand why this is in here.
No, and it's literally exact. The movie is exactly what Stu said, and then it's just like, oh yeah, and then they're vampires. The
Mm-hmm.
vampires are not
Exactly
like
what I thought, kind of.
forward dominant
Yeah.
to you. Yeah,
Yeah, no, I get it. I've read the reviews, I've
Everything you can
read some of
read.
the screen like, it interests me.
hmm
Um, I just haven't I just I need my time, my frame to
Yeah.
dissect it, right?
Well,
Because
watch
I
it while the
know
sun's out. Don't watch it
that
at night then.
that too.
That might
and,
help. That
Um,
might help.
and be prepared because this probably isn't going to help, but I'm gonna say it because it's true. Be prepared. Like when it's over, you're gonna sit there just kind of blinking, like I have to process
Hmm.
what I just saw. Huh.
so another movie
hmm
that I haven't seen and I actually own
hmm
is The Passion of Christ. I know how it ends, right?
hmm
I
I
mean,
know,
yeah.
right? Like, but just
We
I
about due for another one of those movies, by the way.
it
hmm
does something to see again, like watching the news, seeing all the bad shit that's
hmm
going on in
hmm
this country, in this world,
hmm
and knowing that there is so much evil out there, right? Like
hmm
having to sit and watch evil do something to a
hmm
Christ-like figure, or just
hmm
sometimes you just don't want it. That's why all I really watch is comedies,
Same. Big
right?
stand up
Just
person.
yeah,
Yeah.
Huge
yeah.
stand up person. I watch stand up annoyingly so. Like I got my wife watching it now.
hmm
Controversial take. And I was with a buddy of another Morehouse brother of ours, Mike, last night. And we had a podcast back in 2018. I was on Michael B. Jordan's head. I did not think he was a good actor.
Well, he's not.
Truly.
He's not.
Oh
He's not.
boy, we gonna get it. We gonna
I
get into
was
that one today.
never one of
Kevin,
those I was never, I promise you, I was the person that was like, I haven't seen enough that makes me feel like, he has the range to do whatever. But Sinners is one of those building block movies for me that I'm excited to see what he does next, because he has made improvements in terms of his method and his technique. But I mean, Just Mercy ain't do it for me. Fruitvale, I could have played that. I'm a black man in America getting accosted every day. Creed, let me go ahead and get these push-ups in, and we just gonna say cool shit for 2 hours. Like I just didn't see what everybody saw. But him, I think he did a good job of delineating the two characteristics and character traits of Smoke and Stack. It was
hmm
convincing enough that I believe that they were two mutually exclusive, independent characters, and
hmm
that's fucking hard to do.
well, man, that's
But
why he won an Oscar.
Well,
j-
let me.
yeah, deservedly so.
So,
Deservedly so.
because I don't want to leave you out there hanging because you did just put yourself out there. So I don't want to just kind of like just leave my brother hanging and let him
Hey
possibly
man,
get beat down on his
hey,
own. But like
let's get these
I
flicks, man. Come on,
look,
man. Look, come find me. We can talk
I
about it.
I concur. Y'all have heard me say on this show, it's controversial. I love him. God rest his soul. But I would say the same thing about Chadwick Boseman. I love him. There
hmm
were certain things he had no business playing. he
Dang, and that's your
had no
brother
business
too.
playing. I know,
That's your
I know.
brother.
But I'm glad he was there, right, and that he was doing
Yeah.
it. And to me, it's the
He opened the
same
door. I mean,
thing.
he opened the door. If you want to
Yeah,
keep it a buck because I would say what? I would say Damson, Chadwick, Michael. That's that generation of actors,
they're
right? We
in.
lump them
Yeah, and they
because they're not
carry
in
it.
Idris Elba's class. He's way
No,
older.
No,
listen,
they're in their own thing, but they carry it well. But I feel the same way about about Michael B. Jordan. He's not a great actor. I think Sinners was like his savant moment, right? Like a lot of
Yes.
actors just kind
I'm
of
trying
have
to
their
give him
savant
credit.
moment and it works. No, he did a great job in Sinners, but like in and of itself, do I think he's this great act? No. But what I appreciated so much and what made me so proud is about him being recognized for Sinners is not only did he do a good job, but how many times have we seen non-black actors not be great
Not do
actors,
a good
and they get
job.
them all the time. So for me, it's like both can be true. Yes, he might not be the best actor ever, but also I'm damn proud that he got that
Yes,
Oscar and he's being
I
recognized
agree.
because why do we have to be so much more? Because again, Kevin Spacey can have an Oscar, but Michael B. Jordan can't. Please,
It's crazy.
please.
It's
So
great.
I'm
And
glad the
also,
brother
shout out to
won.
Delroy Lindo, man. I mean, this guy is one of them
love
ones.
Delroy.
And,
Love
I
him.
mean, that's like everybody uncle for real.
and that was gonna be my other point too. I know Sean Penn is like this legendary actor too, but that's the other thing
That
that
role
irritates
was crazy though.
but
I don't know if y'all saw the movie.
I did, but what irritates me about it though too is that like he don't even show up, right?
He don't
So
give a
they
shit
want to
about that.
criticize Delroy Lindo for not clapping enough when he lost, but y'all ain't got nothing to say about Sean Penn not even ever even showing up to y'all
But Kev,
shows, and you
all that
continue to
stuff
give
is
him
BS.
awards. So
All
it's
that
just
stuff is
like get
BS.
out of here,
They criticized Tiana Taylor for clapping too much. So
clapping
you
too
can't please
much.
these people. You can't
And
please
It's
these
crazy.
people, bro.
and they beat her up, roughed her up.
Yeah, she
Who you
got
mean?
roughed up.
Oh,
Yeah,
well.
with the security guard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, she's still from Harlem now. Let's not forget. Let's not forget.
She say
She
it
one of
still
them
ended on her
ones.
terms.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
hey
yeah,
man, she one of them ones, bro. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
man, yeah.
I just want the record to show that what Kevin did to his fellow HU alum, I would never do that to John David or Brian Tyree. They are
Okay,
great
Shout
actors.
first of
shout
all,
out,
first of all,
shout out to my
first of all, I
brothers.
don't give a damn. First of all, y'all know as good as I do. John David is one note as
No,
well.
no,
Yes, he is.
no,
Now,
no,
Black
Okay.
Klansman was really,
no.
really good. That was like his
That was
savant
good.
moment. But
No.
You didn't
y'all
like
know
Tenet?
y'all know good and well that him and Michael B. They
No.
about
I take John David over
they
Michael
about the
B.
same. No, they the
Yes.
same.
You
Yes.
ain't like
They the
you ain't like
same.
him in Ballers? He was good in Ballers.
Yeah, he was really good in Ballers, but it's here
Range,
is
baby. Range. She got some range, man.
here is but Michael B. Jordan has to me about the same amount of range. What was he in the little foot? What was he? G Baby. So you went from G
Oh,
Baby to Center. That's
He was
range.
not
he
G
wasn't
Baby.
Or
G
whichever one
Baby.
he
No, he
was, I
was
don't
G
in
know.
Baby
Friday
died.
Night Lights and he was Wallace in The Wire.
But whatever.
Those are the two
Okay.
big roles he had as a child / teen actor.
Whatever. That is range. But John David is about to me at the same level. Yes.
I gotta disagree with you on that.
Yeah, I was just saying that because it's Morehouse. That boy
And?
about at the same
No,
level. He at the
You
same
just saying
level.
it because it is Morehouse.
No, I'm
I
not.
mean,
No, I'm not at all. I'm not at all. I'm not.
wait, what roles didn't
Chadwick,
you like
all them
Chadwick
boys at the same
Boseman in?
age, at the same level.
You didn't like what Marshall? Which one didn't you like?
Oh, he didn't like Marshall. He didn't like
Chadwick?
Yeah,
James Brown. He
Chadwick
didn't
shouldn't
like
have been James Brown. Chadwick shouldn't have been Thurgood Marshall. Chadwick shouldn't have been
I think
Jackie
Eddie Murphy should
Robinson.
have got that role. By the way, I thought
He
Eddie
should
Murphy
have.
should have played James
He
Brown
should have.
just off the Jimmy
Off of
Early from
Dreamgirls.
Dreamgirls. He would have smashed that joint.
You know, but I think they're all at the same. But regardless, though, I appreciate the representation, how they represent us well.
I agree.
And my
I
point
agree.
is that we can debate where we feel like their talent actually is. Let them keep growing, right? Because like Sinners
Yeah,
was a
it's
growth
not over.
opportunity for
Yeah.
for Michael for sure. But my whole thing is that I just will always defend them against being judged by different standards, right? And so to say
Yes.
Chadwick, John David, and Michael B. Jordan, they're not good enough to win Oscars. Well, yes, they are. If Kevin
Right.
Spacey is good
Right.
enough to win one, if that Chalamet boy, was good
They
enough
love that kid,
to be
huh?
nominated for one too. I
They
don't know
love
why
him.
They
Michael B.
love
Jordan
that
can't
boy,
be up in
man.
here nominated as well.
That's a new
And
Macaulay Culkin.
right,
They love that boy.
right. And these are the same folks who have gotten it so wrong so many times with us, because we talked about this when we was talking about going to see Denzel, right?
Mhm.
In Othello, you read the thing and it's like he's nominated what, like 8, 9, 10 times. And
It's something crazy.
you
Won
read
once.
that and you think like, wow, that's huge, right? You got nominated 10 times, but then you start thinking, wait a minute, why he only won 2? Like what was some of these
Wait,
10 roles that he lost for?
Yeah,
And then you
yeah,
look at
yeah,
he
who
yeah.
won
won
2?
and you're
He
like, what
won
the
one
hell?
Training Day. What was the other one?
Training Day, we got Training Day, Glory, and is it?
Glory was
Philadelphia.
good.
Did he win for Philadelphia?
I think Philadelphia.
Philadelphia.
So he
I
got
don't
3.
know. Manchurian Candidate was really good too. I thought he should have got
But
something for that.
but that tells you, but that to me is my point. The fact that one of his Oscars is for Training Day lets you
Yeah.
know that they crazy. That ain't even.
Yeah.
I mean,
Mhm.
he
Sure.
played the hell out of the
But
character.
they
But if you look
love
at his whole career, like,
they love a villain, bro. I mean, even the Sean
thank
Penn
you,
joint, he won off being a villain. You know what I'm
thank you.
saying? Like, not for nothing. They love they love the roles where the acting is so good that you actually hate the character.
Hate the character. You love to hate the character.
Yeah,
You love to hate the character. Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
But that's why I
So I mean,
love
I get it.
Jamie winning for Ray, and I love Will Smith winning for
King Richard.
King Richard, because a lot of times though, Denzel doesn't get it for Hurricane, but if he wants to play a role
Hurricane was good
bad
too.
cop though, right? If he wants to project that
Yeah.
image of a black man, then okay, we'll give him an
Hurricane
Oscar for
was
that. But he
good. That was a good
can't
movie.
get one for Hurricane though. So that kind of stuff. Because I think
That was a great
Hurricane
story.
is where he lost to Kevin Spacey.
Because you haven't spaced it. Yeah.
For what movie? What was the movie? Do you remember?
American Beauty. I'll never forget.
Oh,
Pedophiles.
Please.
Pedophiles.
Please.
American Beauty was
Please.
pedophilia, right?
Damn. Yeah.
Speaking of pedophilia, first before we switch
That's
and
a
jump to
crazy transition.
like,
we
That's
gonna have to
sorry.
put a pause right here.
before we jump to the real sinners in DC,
Good.
right? I do want to acknowledge Ryan Coogler.
Yes, I was gonna say, yep, him too.
Yeah.
And,
Do you
doing
feel
this film.
the Kanye thing? Let me explain more. Do you feel Kanye has his way of elevating certain artists because he knows the voice and how it's supposed to sound in the arrangement? And because Ryan and Michael have worked together for so long, that he knows how to position and channel his vibe in a way that can get the best out of him. Do you guys feel that?
Well, I mean,
Is
how
that
many
a
movies
thing?
did it take for him to learn that, right? Like
It took a minute.
Fruitvale, right? It took a minute.
You
So
can count Black Panther because they did that together too.
Yep.
So I would
love
say
that
5
analysis.
films, 4 films.
4 films.
And you see
5.
growth in all of them.
He did one of the Creeds too, right? Didn't he do?
Yeah,
Did
I
he
think
do-
the last
he did the
one.
last
He didn't do
Creed?
all of them.
I think the last one Michael
one?
directed.
Yes, I think he did
Or
one of them.
Ryan did one of them. Yeah.
I know he did another movie of his. So it's Fruitvale, it's Black Panther, it's I think
one of the
more.
Creeds. I think.
Yeah.
I don't know who did Just Mercy.
Wasn't Ryan Coogler.
It wasn't Ryan Coogler. I can tell you that.
Wasn't Ryan Coogler.
Yeah, so it was about 4 films. It was about 4 films. But I think I think it's cool when you can, I don't know, anytime you could win with your brother, that is just like the best thing ever. Like,
That I
that's
love
the dream.
that
I
aspect
only
of
want to
it.
work with people I love. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that aspect of it too, and that was represented at the Oscars. The only thing I just wanted Delroy to get his too.
Me too.
But across the board, it was beautiful. Even the musical portion, right, where they the Sinners portion of the musical song or whatever they call it, but like they did that, and I love the trolling because I don't know if a lot of people saw it. I don't remember Ballerina in the actual movie, probably not, but they put Misty Copeland up there, and I love the trolling of
Just
it.
coming off of surgery too, by the way.
Just
Like,
coming
she's
out,
been
had
injured.
both them hips
Yeah.
done. But what I love about the trolling of it is because Timothy Chalamet got in trouble because he was saying like ballet and something else is not real. It's not real art. Like who's going to the ballet? Who's watching it? And I love that
Bruh.
Misty Copeland literally went up there and twirled in his face.
Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something, man. You don't know shit, so don't speak on shit. What are you
That's
talking about? What are you talking about? No, for real. Like, who are you? Who are you the arbiter of what art is, bro? Like, you
Right.
just got here. Just sit
just
down and
got
shut the
here.
hell up.
Just
What are you
got here.
talking about?
Just got here.
That's insane. This probably was, and I was listening to one of these podcasts and they were talking about it, like the run up to like these big, the Golden Globes, the BAFTAs, the Oscars, like that is like, all the junkets they do and all the press runs and tours. It's grueling.
Mhm.
But that joint is like pledging, bro. That joint is like you online and you can't F up. Like you have to almost play it perfect. And I think for him, he kind of over rotated in terms of his exposure. And I think it fell out of favor over time as like, ew, this is kind of like gross.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whereas, MBJ was like playing it cool, like which I don't think is like an act. I think he's genuinely like that, a laid back dude.
Because
So
we
it's just,
have
I
to be.
don't know, man.
We have to be. He couldn't be out
You're
there
right.
wilding, saying crazy
You're
stuff
right.
and still be under.
You're right.
Him and Ryan had to be perfect, like we always have to
Demure.
be. Yes, you have to be the right, have the right temperature, the right
For
kind
sure.
of
For sure.
of black, right? And
Not too much though.
not too
Don't do
much.
too much now.
Not too. You can't do. But that's the thing. We can't do too much either way.
Right.
Yeah.
We can't do much, and because here again, Sean
We
Penn,
right in the middle.
especially if you go back to Sean Penn, like early, he did everything, punching
Yeah,
photographers
that's a wild dude.
and everything,
And
and that's why I don't want to hear nothing else about Will Smith. There's, he slapped him. Well, Sean Penn was slapping people too, and y'all gave him Oscars later. So 10, 15 years from now, don't be surprised if Will Smith get another. I don't want to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to hear it.
That's real.
for playing a white man.
Hey man, Drewski did that and they almost killed that man. So I don't know. This might not be safe, bro. It might not be safe.
Oh boy.
He did it as a joke and they was ready to kill him.
I mean, they was calling the police, but like, what crime are you articulating? What crime are you? He just should be arrested for what? What crime was
Acting.
committed?
Getting all them clicks.
Getting paid.
Getting paid.
Getting paid.
Drewski everywhere. Shout out to that brother.
Mm-hmm.
Another Metro Atlanta.
That's right.
Body. Yeah.
That's
yeah.
right.
Superstar.
That's right. Gotta respect it. Oh man, yeah. Atlanta people are funny, bro. Like level of sense of humor. Like, people talk about DC a lot because of Martin and, the Chappelle and, just like funny people. Atlanta got a lot of funny people. Atlanta, you see a lot of funny things in Atlanta. You have to have a good sense of humor.
Yeah. Bruce.
Bruce. Yeah, I just watched his stand up. That was good.
He's
I
hilarious.
love Bruce, man. Love Bruce.
Yeah.
He's classically funny. He like your uncle funny.
Yes.
George Wallace.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a plethora out there, but I can only name those.
No, there's a lot. There's a
my
ton.
favorite.
There's a ton.
So let's make this switch into our DC centers, right? Like we still have a problem going on with the TSA agents.
Mm-hmm.
The TSA workers are still some of them are still out there working, getting unpaid.
They fed up.
They fed up, man. So if you got a flight going out, you wonder why you're waiting in long ass lines, right? Blame Congress, right? Like, and just yesterday, Donald Trump made a threat saying that he was going to send ICE agents to work the airports if this deal is not resolved. And I'm gonna tell y'all, get ready because it's happening.
Definitely happening.
And I actually wanted to happen. I come from the theory of for immediate change to happen, we need chaos, and I'm all for it. I hate to say it, right? No matter, you're gonna have casualties of war, and in this war, if it means you standing in line for 3 or 4 hours, so that Congress people can actually understand they just playing games with people's lives, I'm all for it. I'm not flying anywhere soon, so sorry, Kevin. Sorry,
I'm
Steve.
flying to Memphis on Saturday. Man, look, y'all know better.
Sorry.
Y'all know better than I do. Nah, you good. Y'all know better than I do. But it's this was Obama would never survive any of this, bro. Like, I'm just like, yo, like
He
some of this stuff is insane, dude. Like, you want to first of all, choosing war is like one of the most asinine things. And I guess we should have seen it once they renamed it, Secretary of War, which is like offensive,
very,
as opposed to, being, look, are we going to defend ourselves, which has traditionally been the stance of the United States for the most part. Um, bro, I went to put gas in my car yesterday. It was $5.10.
bruh. No joke. I was about
Yep.
to post this. I was about to post this. That's $110
To fill up your truck.
Fill up your
to fill
truck.
up my truck.
Yeah.
Damn.
Our other car is a Mini Cooper, so I've been driving the Mini a lot
Got to.
more than I normally would because
Got
it's like
to.
filling up a
Italian job.
lawnmower. Yeah,
Yeah, that's a go.
and I've been leaving my truck. My truck just been parked because I'm just like I don't want to deal with that. But I think that you're right though. It's like we said, like we was joking last episode about just like DEI and all this other stuff. You're right. Obama couldn't have did any of this. Obama could not have been this average. Obama could have not actually subpar,
This ain't even average though.
below
This is like
average. Like
crazy.
he couldn't have done any of this.
Go to war and not
Yet,
ask Congress and
but
then
yet
ask
they
them
have
for
this,
money on the back end. That is it. That's unfathomable.
and yet they have the same job, right? History will say that both were former presidents, but don't talk to me like it's the same though. Like
It's
the
not.
black dude got to be the same
What are we
as
at
the other
now?
one, you know?
25 billion? What are we at?
I don't know. It's like it's a billion a
Something stupid.
day. He's
Mhm.
gonna have to go back to Congress. And this is typically when you start to see a shift and these things kind of get reined in a little bit sometimes. But again, this Congress has been so feckless and so spineless when it comes to him. But he's at a point where he's gonna have to come and get new money appropriated. And
I
it's gonna
believe the
be
right term is
difficult.
bitch assness.
But it's gonna be difficult just given how everything else that's happening in the economy and people are getting squeezed, right? The gas that they're filling that gas at the cost of gas at the pump, to then see Congress voting to give $200 billion more, right? But then he's also saying this is gonna be quick, the war is gonna be over fast, but
It's not.
also 200 billion, I need $200 billion. And so this is gonna go for a long time. And even here recently, you've seen the Iranians be able to get missiles and attacks into areas previously thought that they couldn't. And so we're nowhere near. And if you just look at Iranians and like how they've done warfare, and I think I said this on the last episode, you look at like the Iran-Iraq war, that went for 8 years, right? Like they don't do like a bop bop
They never say
kind of
die, bro.
war. They fight for the long haul.
Everywhere. On
And
every front. On
so
every front.
and so when he goes out there and says, "Oh, it's over. It'll be over quickly," it again shows his naiveness and his fundamental
Naively.
misunderstanding
Yeah.
of foreign policy, right? There's a reason none of the other presidents, Democrat or Republican, right, signed up for this in winning cahoots with Israel the way he did. They're none of the other ones did it. Right.
He got
For all of
scammed,
these
bro.
things that we know, there you go. He got
He
conned.
got he got conned. This
Yep,
is
he
like a
got
long
conned. The
con.
con man got
And like
conned.
this war is about ego, bro. It doesn't have anything to do with all the stuff that it boils down to ego. Trump wants to be seen and lauded in the same breath as the Obama presidency, or he wants that reception when people see him so badly that he'll go to war to tamp down the Epstein files, and he'll
Right.
go and you know this was the platform. Literally everything that he ran on, if you go back and look at it,
Yep.
he has not checked one box outside of deporting Americans.
Mhm.
That's it.
That's it. That's the
That's
only
it.
thing he's done that we can say he's completed on the list of what he ran on. Everything else, affordability, wrong. Not starting any forever wars, wrong. Like, keep going down the list.
You
Yep.
know,
Yep.
I just find it interesting though. in a political elected official who is a mastermind in messaging, they can't get the messaging right here, right? It is the biggest
They don't have a
contradictory.
plan.
They don't, well, yeah, they don't have a
They
plan.
don't
And
have
I
a
think
plan.
he came out the other day and said it's winding down, but then Pete Heg shit goes out and says we're about to
We
have the
need
largest
$200
strike
billion.
package. Right. So,
What? First of all, also healthcare, by the way, still ain't, you know what I'm saying? Also, the Fed didn't change the interest rate because we're at war. Like this all has a ripple effect in terms of what the messaging was. And I can't imagine, I mean, I can't imagine, but these politicians, they'll surprise me. I don't put anything past any of them.
Mhm.
Them approving this bill, I'm telling you right now, the ones that say yes getting voted out, bro. I'm gonna just tell you just straight up.
To
that's
fund the
going to be,
war, you mean?
Yeah. The
Yeah.
people that are like, yeah, we gonna fund this war, and people healthcare done went up, their gas prices done went up. They can't they still can't afford a home after all the shit that you was talking. In
Mhm.
fact, it might slow that down for the next year, because if we in war, we can't be dropping no interest rates. That's just not
right,
how that works.
right,
That's just
right,
not how
right.
economics works. It's not. So
Mhm.
I don't think people understand the opportunity cost until it hits their pocket, which it's absolutely doing now. And this is everybody.
Well,
This is why, like, Democrats need to start nitpicking very specific, detailed problems that people have. Like, childcare is cool, and I have one. I have a 13-month-old, but like, we only in this window for another 12 months, and then you going to school. So like,
Mhm. Mhm.
it needs to be broad-based things that affect people the same across the board, that they have an emotional tie to, that
Mhm.
they can relate to, that will take them to go vote and pick them on that side. Because the LGBTQ stuff, all, like, the student debt, all that stuff right now is not the top of the stack ranked priority list. It's just not. And
I
that's
mean,
no offense to
I
anybody,
think
but
that's the question we have here, right? Like, what is the messaging going to be for the next 8 months, right? We know that most states are having Democratic primaries now. Illinois just had theirs. Who else just had theirs? Texas just had theirs.
Texas, yep.
North
You're
Carolina.
about to get North Carolina, Georgia, Florida. Florida's not to August, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. We're about to see candidates rise up to be the nominee for whatever positions on a statewide race, but congressionally, there's still congressional races that are about to happen. There's still U.S. Senate races, and so
Mhm.
now, what is the message that you're out there, not to just rally your Democratic base, but to pull people over from other, the independents, the moderate conservatives, right? What is the message they're going to use to get them on the side of right, knowing that we need to, if we
We
don't
need to write the
change,
shit.
right, if we don't change it now, the next 10 plus years is going to be problematic
Bruh, the
for,
next generation is going to suffer. Literally, like, going to suffer. Like, reminds me of, like, the bully that picks fights with the quiet kid, and the quiet kid came to school with the hammer. Like, this is where we at right now. That's the U.S. Iran conflict right now. It's like, if you want regime change, and even the people that were fighting for regime change in Iran are like, whoa, we ain't want it this way though. You know what I mean? We didn't want it to look this way.
yeah.
Because if it goes this way, we end up looking like Iraq, and they still ain't back right. So I don't know, man. It just rubs me the wrong way, just because it's like, y'all done pick this guy now that done put the homies in. These people aren't articulate, don't have a plan. Like, my thing is like, for all the flack that we gave George W. Bush, they had a plan.
Mhm.
There was a plan in place. Went to Congress like, yo, some of that was built on lies. Let's be very clear. But I gotta give credit for the fact that, hey, let's package this up and message. I'm a marketer. The messaging around it was stellar because it
Mhm.
got approved and we was
Mhm.
there.
Mhm.
We didn't even get that. We didn't even get the dignity of coming and asking us, creating a
Right.
narrative around why we're doing this. It was like,
It just
okay,
happened like a
we
thief in
out.
the night. Yeah.
Like, And that should to me, that scares the shit out of me. If we're talking about like dictatorship and authoritarian and all of that, that is the clearest signal. I thought this was America. What are we doing?
Yeah. And he talking about Cuba now, as well. But we have to, a lot of this, honestly, man, it really starts with Congress, and
And we
Congress
still don't have healthcare.
is,
You talking
and we
about Cuba?
still,
We still don't
but
have healthcare. Like, what
but
we doing?
but you got to get to a point where Congress operates as an independent branch of government, right? There's nothing preventing Congress from sending him a healthcare bill.
Thought
He's
that's what
not
we
asked for
had.
one, but they could send a bill, right, to him if that's what they wanted to say is a priority. They could send him a bill now to do something with gas prices. They could deny him funding to fund the war, right? They could send
He's
him a
saying he
bill
gonna veto it.
now to fund. But my point is, no one's making him own his choices and his decisions. If he vetoes it, he
Yes,
vetoes, and everybody
and
knows
that
who's in the
it'll be
way.
on him then.
But
Yeah,
Congress
I'm with you.
is not acting like an independent branch of government when it comes to him, and that's why you see a lot of this happening. And the only shot we have of some of that is if Democrats get back in power. But to get
Yeah,
back in power, right, they have to
messaging got to be
capitalize
right.
on this moment the right way. And I think the way to do that is like we've been saying, keep the focus on affordability, keep the focus on the economy, and stop sort of chasing
Nitpicking those like
every
niche. Yeah,
acting like a dog chasing every car that runs by, because this guy throws so much at the system by design. And so what we have to do is stay very, very focused on those pocketbook issues, pocketbook concerns, and basically holding them to account. Are you any better off today than you were 2 years ago?
classic,
And most
classic
people would
messaging.
say
Hmm.
no. And when you look at the fractures within even like the MAGA base, I don't know that those folks are gonna vote Democrat necessarily. I think some of them could for the right kind of Democrat, but, like, a lot
Just
of
don't
them
vote.
end up just staying at home,
Yeah,
which still works
it's just as
electorally for
good.
Democrats,
That's
right?
fine with me,
Just as good.
But
man.
you gotta press the issue and call out that hypocrisy, that this is what you said. He said he would do this, right? And then none of the actions that he's taking supports that. Deporting Americans, sending ICE into cities, not only does it
Killing
not reduce
Americans.
crime, right? It actually doesn't bring down costs for anybody else. Starting a war with Iran does not bring down our costs here. In fact, it's made it more expensive and made it more volatile. And again, with that, like when I say we're just at the beginning, we talked a little bit about this last week. It's not just oil. There's other stuff that comes out of there that is about to get more and more expensive, right? Because of this. And these
This
are
is
some
just
of these
supply
things are
chain.
things, yeah,
Simple
this is just
supply chain.
supply chain. So we were at the very beginning. We're at the very beginning of this. I think and it's gonna be a prolonged, I think, chronic um, war that we're going to be in, and you're going to need new leadership to resolve it, because he's even undermining us with the rest of our allies, right? And you're going to need, like, we cannot do everything in the world, right? We can't. Right. Even we do not have infinite resources as strong of
Right,
a country as we are. You need to
right.
be able to work in collaboration with the rest of the world. He's alienating NATO. He's alienated our allies in the region who are getting attacked now,
Right.
right? They're getting attacked. The UAE, all of them, they're getting attacked because of some stuff we started. So now you're alienating them. And so who's going to come to the table to build an agreement and enforce an agreement, which, by the way, guys, we had an agreement. They were not developing
That he
nuclear
ripped up.
weapons. So,
Right. They go back and forth. I mean, it's also to the point where your own people are resigning, right? Joe Kent resigns,
hmm
Generals. Yeah.
hmm
right? Like you're starting to see military generals say, "Man, enough of this
It's too
shit,"
much.
hmm
right? And they want their hands off of the situation. And
Hmm.
so, to what degree are our elected leaders going to wake up
Gonna
and be
do their
like,
job.
going to do their job?
It's
hmm
just that's what it boils down to me. And I've had this theory for a long time about elected officials. I don't believe that. And look, founding fathers got their flaws, X, Y, and Z. We all try to basically we're in a place where we're trying to interpret their mind state when they were developing the foundation and the fabric of America. But I don't believe that they intended for all of these jobs and all of these positions to be career positions. I believe they intended it for you to do your civic duty service to your constituents in your area as your piece of wanting to be a part of the tapestry of America, and then you go on about your business. The fact that they've made this a career thing where their decision making is clouded by their desire to want to be in a position for a lifetime has put us where we are in a lot of these instances. Because if you vote to pass this bill, you are complicit with the idea and notion that this is gonna be a few years, bro. Like you can't sign that and say yes and then wash your hands of the situation. That's not how that works, man. Like, you are complicit in this, because
Mhm.
if they don't have funding, they can't execute what they need to execute.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
And then we have to stop, because the ego is like, I'm not gonna flinch first. They playing a game of chicken right now.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, I honestly feel like they know that the end of the road is near for them, so they can sign this, cut bait and dip, right?
Yeah.
They're either not gonna run again or they know they're gonna lose. But the damage is already done, and behind the scenes, whatever friend they're currying favor with on that side to gain the economic boost, whatever contracts or military war contracts they're gonna get, they're gonna reap the benefits from by sitting on the board or doing whatever it takes. So
Hmm.
it
And they
is
all get paid.
problematic, but
They all get paid from it.
I hope, I hope, and I'm counting on our people see it, we hear it, and we see the correlation, i.e., listen to this podcast, push this
Hmm.
podcast,
Hmm.
right? That better days can be out there if we do something. It is on voters now to be the new reason why we are stopping this and not the sorry asses that we have in there.
Yeah, that's amen. I hope so. I hope
You
so.
know, what's happening right now in this country, from the airports to
Hmm.
Iran to the gas tanks to, you know, the eggs on the shelf. It's
Mm.
all wrapped up into one big thing. You know who can say this? Sam Jackson needs to just he needs to become and just come out and say, "What's in your wallet, motherfucker?"
Yeah.
No, for real. And
Right?
put on that America suit from the Kendrick performance too.
Right?
That could
It,
be
it,
that. I mean, that actually is a good ad. Like,
what?
we might have to propose that one. That's a good one.
Just
Yeah.
saying.
Right?
Yeah. That's
Free
a
Right?
good
game.
one. Yeah.
What's in your wallet, motherfucker?
Yeah.
Just
Yep.
plain and
Shit,
simple.
not much these days, bruh.
Yep.
Trying to tell you, I guess we're thankful that it's not the winter time, because we use more gas in the winter time. So I don't know. That's some solace in the short term.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot, and then, like I always tell people, don't forget the tariffs. The tariffs are still, particularly rural communities, farmers. We talked about this
Farmers are
a
getting
little bit
killed
on the
right now.
last one, right? The tariffs are killing them, and now the fuel is getting more expensive, right?
Hmm.
When they need to
Hmm.
be planting, right? So
Hmm.
it's not just that, and that really is the opportunity electorally for Democrats, right? It's not just one community. Everybody,
Being
rural,
affected.
conservative, urban, black, brown, everybody's being impacted in an adverse way by this agenda. And we have to really coalesce around it. And I think that issue that really brings everybody in is when you talk about pocketbook, just affordability, right? Like, people don't, and we see this all the time in the polling, like, and just for doing this for so long, there's always this balance between we got big problems that need to be solved, but the public has only ever been able to really tolerate one or two big problems at a time getting solved. What people more often than not are looking for is something more immediate, something more practical, and something more tangible, right? And that's where a lot of our messaging has to be, right? Like you said childcare. That is a big problem, right?
Hmm.
That's a big systemic problem that needs to be addressed. But you just said, Stu, as a voter, you looking at it like, look, I only got 12 more months. There's other stuff that's more
Hmm.
pressing for me
Hmm.
that I'd rather
Hmm.
y'all do than fix that big old problem, right? And
Right.
so that's one of the things we have to understand in this moment, too, right? When we're messaging and talking to people about where they are, and meeting voters where they are. A lot of it is practical, tangible, more immediate, right, solutions to the problems that they're feeling, because they feel that gas tank every time they fill that gas tank up, they feel that
Right.
anxiety.
They're reminded.
They're reminded. So, our solutions have to kind of meet them there. And so it's not that like people don't like Medicare for all, which some folks don't. That ain't you don't talk to them about that. That's not what they looking for right now. Can you just help me with gas right now?
For
Mhm.
real.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I know here in Georgia, the state legislature, they get out next week, but they paused and suspended the gas tax for 60 days. Like, that's honestly not enough, but, you know.
Short-term measure.
It doesn't work. This is
Not
what
even a Band-Aid.
this is what and we you because you were talking about Iraq earlier, right? Like this is what the Republican Party do. They go and start wars. They make the oil and everything more expensive, and then they offer you a little gas tax to try to offset the craziness that they just started. And that gas tax, it doesn't make it to consumers. There's no shortage of studies that show you that. Like
Mhm.
the relief you give them, they either keep it. Right, they usually the gas station and or they keep it. They don't pass
Mhm.
that down to consumers, so them giving you
Why
a
would
break
they?
on
There's
that
no
gas
incentive.
tax, that's not gonna do anything. People don't feel that, and then also, what is them few pennies? This junk this I it's up $2, $2, $3 a
Mhm.
gallon. What is this 13 cents gonna do for me? It's a gimmick.
You can get a gas card for that.
Right, it's a gimmick.
Um, all right. Well, I think, there's so much more that we can get into on this, and we'll have so much more to get into it next week. Um,
It ain't ending anytime soon, so we got a
no,
lot of
no
fodder.
time, right? No time soon.
We have time, unfortunately.
But I definitely want to end on a positive note. So, Stu, you know, putting you on the spot, our Mamba moment.
Mamba moment for right now is gonna go to I'm gonna give the Mamba moment to the Congress people that are actually going to do their job in this moment
Mm.
and develop a spine and have some semblance of freaking pride that you're an elected official that people put in office to do a specific job, to represent your constituents. So my Mamba moment goes to those Congress people and Congress persons who actually do their job and who actually care about this country and aren't focused on their next term or the term after that. They're literally trying to be where their feet are, which is in the present moment where we're making terrible decisions at home and abroad that are affecting people that are already stretched. So that's what, yeah, I'm giving it to them. So somebody, will the real Congress people stand up? Truly.
They they're trying. I posted some stuff here
Did you see
recently.
anybody's thing?
Man,
Well,
look.
but I posted some stuff even like Raphael Warnock. Like they pushed bills onto the floor, right? That would
Mhm.
deal with TSA and everything else. They just can't get it through. So it's a lot of them that are.
Keep fighting.
Yeah,
Keep
it's a
fighting
lot
that.
of them that are. I give mine to Michael B. Jordan, Ryan Coogler, the whole
Mhm.
Senators crew, and for everything that wind just represented, right? And
Yeah.
I
Bravo,
love it
guys.
because it showed we don't have to just be one thing. There's not just one way for us to win and be successful. He made a different kind of movie. And it was
Original.
widely
Original.
original, and it was widely accepted, and it was just excellence across the board, right? Because it wasn't just the acting that
Mhm.
movie was getting awards for at the Oscars. So, I'd say kudos to them, and that's who I give it to, and then also, all of the HBCU teams that have competed in March Madness.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I would
Yeah,
concur.
who could you
But
possibly be giving a moment to now, Rich? Like, who you got? There's nobody left.
there's always somebody who fed the homeless or something.
Shout out to the ladies in Magic City that came up,
Mhm.
that people
You,
still showed up and showed out and was
you,
supported.
you know
And
what? I'm gonna give it to Atlanta for one monkey don't stop no show,
they
Yep.
and
sure don't.
You know, the
That should be
idiotic
the state
move
saying.
the idiotic move in the NFL in the NBA commissioner, you know, trying to put the kibosh on
Mhm.
Magic City, not understanding the culture and bending the pressure.
I might
Atlanta
go get
still
some wings
showed up,
today.
showed up, did what they were supposed to do, and still, to Atlanta. Yeah,
Right
I'm
on.
not finna beat that monkey. But I will say, another shot to the HBCUs, right? Like we're I feel like we're about to be more powerful than ever. I
Mhm.
think, and not giving credit to Trump, but he has sparked this from him
Mhm.
trying to remove the DEI efforts, right? Enrollment is up, right? We're making changes, we're getting better facilities, and we're starting to see an evolution now of our institutions becoming even more now into our communities, and we're building on that. So, I got love for my HBCU pride. HBCU Fest is about to happen here in Atlanta. Read about it. It's actually Pastor Jamal Bryant's big baby. So,
Wow. I didn't
yeah,
know that. I'm
yeah,
about to
yeah,
look that up.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's happening next month, I believe.
Okay.
So,
All right, I'll be here. I'm sure I'll
yeah,
show up.
yeah,
Mhm.
concerts and symposiums and
Nice.
conferences and it's all going straight to Black colleges to support them, and so I'm all for it. Uh, about it, you see, I'm rocking it here again to the Hawks for doing it. They had a Spellman hat, but I didn't like it. It wasn't that cute, so um, I'm rocking this from
You
school.
look for yours first though.
I got some Spellman stuff that I haven't worn yet, so
Yeah, I already know.
I rock it. It's a Spellman Dad shirt that I've worn in the past, but you know, I
Of
put
course.
DDY on the side of it, so it was like Spellman Dad. But here we go. Uh,
See, see, habitual line stepper.
that was before I was married, so no need to crank it out now.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
no,
they doing it.
Stu,
It's on Amazon.
I appreciate you, bro. I really appreciate you.
Happy to.
Do.
Um, Definitely have you back on again.
Of
To our
course.
conservative listeners, hey y'all.
Remember us?
um,
It's like
yeah, we'll be back next week. Same back time, same back channel.
Yep. Peace, y'all.
Peace.